Good morning, my freedom-loving patriots. If you wouldn't mind, please like, comment, subscribe. Today we are reacting to old liberal/Democrat voters who are now Trump supporters, who have now had that red pill, who are now going through the awakening, which is happening not just in our country, but worldwide right now. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it started.
First to admit that I was a Trump hater. I did not like Trump at all. I thought that he was the most racist human being on this earth. I didn't understand why people praised him as a president or wanted him to be elected in the first place. It's embarrassing to say that the media did get to me, that I believed all those lies they sold, not only them, but a bunch of influencers. Like I said, so embarrassing. But here we are 4 years later, and I can confidently say that the choice has never been more clear, and I will be voting for Trump come November 5th. I am only 22 years old. I understand that I am still young. But if you're somebody that used to be like me, that was a little bit more liberal or leaning towards Biden, just anybody really that wasn't Trump, I urge you to dig a little bit deeper. The main thing I was always told was, oh, you're Mexican. Trump is racist towards Mexicans. Because somebody would show me a 2-second clip from an interview that was maybe an hour long. Dig a little bit deeper. There's always going to be minor things that we don't agree with, but this man loves this country. There's absolutely no denying that. He wants the best for it. He's going to secure our borders. He believes in immigration when done legally. He believes in keeping men out of women's sports. He wants to stop with the whole gender and politics in school nonsense. He will make America affordable again. I hope I can get married and have a family within the next 5 years, but that's not going to be possible if Biden or any Democrat gets elected into office. I can go on and on about why Trump is a man for the job come this November. And for the next 4 months until election, this account will be completely political. I'm going to do everything I can to be a voice for Trump, especially with Gen Z. Love you guys and everybody that follows me. Thanks for being here.
I love seeing videos like this, especially when it comes to younger girls/adults coming out in support of Trump. This is the key to it all. Turn off all big media, right or left. That's what I always say to everyone. Do your own investigative research. Look up Trump's speech and just listen to it, because a lot of people have been twisted in their opinions on Trump and what he supports and what his agenda is. The left is pushing hardcore right now that Project 2025 or 25 is Trump's plan, but it wasn't him. It was a lot of other conservative leaders who put that plan together. His is Agenda 47. You should look at it, and there's a lot of good things coming out of it, while the Dems offer literally nothing new. Just, we're not Trump, bad man, orange. He's a racist, so vote for us. It's pretty pathetic how dumb the left thinks American voters are in general. It's pretty sad.
You didn't like? I just don't like the way he talks. He's racist, and he's a rapist, and he's a convict. You know what? You're right. You know what the worst thing he did for Americans was? The bottom 50% of American households saw a 40% increase in their net worth. Our economy was thriving. I could actually afford groceries, giving us tax cuts for the middle class, giving them extra money per child, helping the Black community more than any other president actually has, being so intimidating that he actually provided us with foreign peace. The first president in 60 years to not start a war. Yeah, fuck the guy that allowed more than 6 million Americans wage increases, bonuses, and extra benefits due to his tax cuts for the middle class. Yeah, fuck the president that wants to actually replace our income tax with tariffs from exports. Fuck
Yes,
the guy that
I
wants
love
to
that.
stop taxing waitresses on their tips. The guy who wants to end veteran homelessness. The guy who's calling for the death penalty for human traffickers. The guy who wants to protect our people. Educate before you hate. Check out Agenda 47 before you decide you hate Trump.
And as I've continued to say forever now at this point, the good thing between these two candidates is we've had 4 years of Trump and we had 4 years of Biden. And it's really easy to just kind of just think back 4 years ago. How much cheaper was stuff? How much easier was it to live? I know 4 years ago when Trump was president, I was able to survive off one job. Now, barely getting by with 2 jobs while doing this YouTube content on the side. It is impossible to live, especially if you're in the state of California. Everything's so damn expensive, while the cities and the streets and the bridges, just the scenery in general, looks like shit. While we have homeless crisis, while we have a drug crisis, a crime crisis. So again, why do we pay taxes exactly for if we're not protected? Isn't that what the whole goal is, to pay taxes? It blows my mind.
So I'm seeing a thing where people are just coming clean, like, hey, like, I used to be liberal and now I'm not. That's me. I would also like to add into this conversation both political and non-political reasons why I'm no longer supporting liberals or Democrats. And I'm not just saying I was liberal. I fucking went to the George Floyd protests in Phoenix, Arizona. Here's another picture. I got fucking tear gassed, and this is me in a mask. Proof enough. I never met a happy liberal the whole time I was a liberal. I met depressed liberals, I met anxious liberals, I met fucking sociopathic liberals. And none of that was ever good for my mental health. Like, I had to get away from that because I was never going to get better. And not only that, you guys are so insulting and condescending. And I was exactly like you when I was a liberal too. The first hint that somebody doesn't agree with what I think, can't help it but sound condescending and then insult them immediately. Like, that's your opening. Not a very effective way to do politics, let me tell you. Nobody wants to listen to an asshole. And also, like, another turning point for me was like, why are y'all naked at your gay parades in front of kids? I have no problem with you being gay. It's just a no for me, dog. Like,
Yeah, leave the kids out of it, as I always say. And recently at these pride parades, they're recently doing these things, these little pool areas where you can pee on each other. And there's children, people of all ages around, and they're literally just peeing on each other in public. Since when did being nude in general in public around children become legal? Please elaborate, because it doesn't make any sense to me. The left loves to push, push, push. And eventually they're going to wake up a sleeping giant, which is the mothers of America, which they already have, but there's still a lot of other mothers that need to come out against this kind of stuff. And not just mothers, every American in general. But yeah, also I want to speak on one point and then I'll get to the next video. It does seem that all these liberals, especially the trans organization, they're all not just kind of messed up in the head, nothing against them. It just seems they're always so pissed or always getting mad over dumb stuff. For example, you see videos every day, all day of them being misgendered. So they're crying on video for attention. Or yeah, it's insane. They do look like very sad, mean, depressed people. That is true.
Let me get this shit right. You mean to tell me y'all flooded Chicago with all these immigrants, like Trump say, the bad ones. Y'all done flooded Chicago with all these immigrants, and it's already enough violence out there. And now they robbing people with a translation app. Motherfuckers can't even speak English. But rob somebody on the red line with a translation app? Get the fuck out of here. Where's the taxpayers' money going? Chicago is already riddled with violence, black on black crime, killing kids, over 100 shootings over the holiday. And y'all let more fucked up motherfuckers come in Chicago. And why isn't the taxpayers' money working like they do in all the other areas, in the white neighborhoods, in the suburban neighborhoods? They paying just as much or more taxes. And y'all let this shit go on and then just scoop up the bodies later. Black on black crime is fucking ridiculous. Kids getting shot up damnly every day. And motherfuckers robbing with translation apps.
I couldn't imagine living in Chicago right now with the immigration crisis, the crime crisis. It seems like it's just pure insanity out there. I believe in on 4th of July weekend, just in a weekend, 100 people, I believe it was, were shot in Chicago. That is insane. That is unheard of. That is third world type country stuff. And what are they doing to thank us? They are spending our taxpayers and money into oblivion and using it to resource these illegals with housing, with insurance, with EBT, with free money loaded on cards once a month, which I believe it's around 1,000 per month. All these people who are breaking our federal laws by coming in illegally are getting cashed out for it. While we have homeless veterans on the street and homeless Americans, that should tell you right there, don't vote for Democrats, because guess who runs the state of Chicago, by the way? Democrats. So they're the ones that are causing this.
Things that I want to say. But one of the things I want to say, I'm Pastor David Lowry, Universal Baptist Church. One of the things that I want to say is this: to the American people and patriots across this country, Black people have been with the Democratic Party for over 60 years, and we have nothing. We don't own anything in our community. We have no schools. There's no businesses in the Black community. All we have is crime and problems. So as a pastor, I'm standing up here with Bob Ferretti, some of the other Black leaders. The truth of the matter is this: why should Black people keep voting for the Democrats when they don't have nothing? We need to understand this. We need to go and take a look at the Republican Party, but the Republican Party needs to be visual and need to do things in the Black community. If we do that, we can make the change. We already know the Democrats are not going to do nothing. I'm the grandson of Eloise Barton, the second lady ever elected to the City Council of Chicago, 16 Ward. And now what we see, there's nothing that the Democrats have done or will they do across this country for Black people but use us. So why not Black people? Let us give the Republicans a chance to show what they can do for our communities as well.
Have Republicans done that, or are you still searching?
As he just said, the black minority vote usually goes in about 95% for the Democrat Party. And how has anything gotten better? Why continue to vote for the same party that does not put, like, they don't care at all. They don't care about your safety. They don't care about your schools. They don't care about your police. They care more about these illegals and resourcing these illegals and giving them everything for free because they're trying to replace you instead of helping you deal with your issues or putting funding towards, let's say, homeless centers, rehabilitation centers to fix the crisis or the crack epidemic. Or how about putting security ins outside schools, because as you know, there's illegals around schools now and sleeping around schools or even being replaced in some schools in Chicago. We have these illegals sleeping in airports, police stations. I mean, now they're actually using translation apps, as the previous woman said, and just jacking you. It's insane. So again, it goes back to his point. They've been voting Democrat for years. What part of your life has gotten better? I'll wait, because from what I see, everything's gotten worse. So why continue voting for the same people who are just making your life worse and worse and worse? All they do is they just promise you a bunch of free shit for election, and then after election is over, they deliver on none of those promises. Now the conservatives are saying, buckle up your boots, work hard, and we're going to help better your lives this way. We're going to secure the border. We're going to bring back jobs to the US. We're going to be energy independent. What did the Democrats say? We're not Trump, January 6th, the insurrection, the Republicans are racist. Huge stark difference when it comes to policy and what you're going to vote for.
No, there's no search. The Republicans have reached out for a lot of the Black leaders like myself, Brother Carter, Paul McKinley, and we've sat down with them and we started to talk. I've been talking to Mr. Porter and some of the other leaders on how we can start getting together. But let this be clear. As a contractor for the Heritage Foundation during the primary season, we sent teams out to the polling places in the Black community. And we found exactly what President Trump was talking about. We found thumb drives. We found the printers. We found Democratic judges who was posing as Republican judges. So it's the polls that's being inundated with the cheating. We have receipts for everything I've said. I also saw in those polling places where the Democrats were telling people that there are no Republican ballots. There's so many things going on in these polling places in the Black community, and that's how the Democrats are able to keep and say Chicago is blue. But actually, if the polling places were straight, Black people would have an opportunity to vote for whom they choose, not whom they told to. And if the polling places aren't straight, they'll try to steal another election like they did in 2020. So that's why I'm here.
What makes you believe that Republicans will keep their word any more than you believe the Democrats?
It doesn't matter because they've already been voting for the Democrats forever. So what do they have to lose? It can't get much worse than what it gets now. Under Biden, it's going to be nuclear war. Under Trump, we're going to have freedom and security. So what do they have to they have their lives. That's who. They can vote for one side, Trump, have their life saved and not be a slave to the system. Vote for Biden. You're going to be replaced by the system.
Democrats did not.
Well, no, let me answer that.
Some of us are elected.
No.
Black folks are elected.
Let me answer that for you. Let me answer that for you, okay? This is a simple fact right here. Of 60 years of Democrat rule, Black people need to change. We need to give the Republicans a chance to see what they can do because we have not done that. Had we done that, we wouldn't be in this condition. So that's why I'm here.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm Pastor David L. Lowry Jr.
That is true. If they did not vote Democrats the past 60 to 90 years, however long it's been, they wouldn't be in this scenario, which we've been saying forever. Stop voting for these progressives because it's just going to get worse for you. Anyways, I hope you like the reactions. The revolution and the awakening is upon us, guys. It's Trump 2024. Have a good day. Peace.